Hi folks, Max from Tone Shift, great to see you. Today I thought we'd dig into the AM4 again. Recently gigged it twice over the weekend, so got a better understanding of what it's all about now. So I'll probably just show you how I used it, a few tones, the tones I used, whether it's up to the job or, you know, real deal or a one night stand type affair. So let's dig in and have a look, shall we? And don't forget, if you like this kind of thing, thumbs up. Subscription would be absolutely fantastic. We'll do loads more videos like this, so yeah, let's dig in and have a look, shall we? Okay guys, so probably just a quick rundown of how I've got this whole thing set up. I'll bring up on screen now a picture of the pedal board that I made up, just a small pedal board. So I've got the AM4 there, and then out of the AM4 it goes direct to PA through the balanced outputs. Got obviously the power there, and I decided to use the Airstep multi-controller from Xsonic. Really easy to program. So that's basically doing all the heavy lifting for me on this. And I'm using the onboard switches on the actual AM4 I'm using it in FX mode really, so I can switch delays on and off and drives on and off, etc., or boost the amp. I've got this set up left-footed now. I didn't do on the evening, but actually thought to myself, why, you know, struggling, why not make it up left-footed? I should have done it from day one. Anyway, we've done that now, so it's left-footed. So I've got tap tempo. I've got 4 buttons where I can basically 4 presets along the bottom. So I've got tap tempo and then 4 presets: X1, X2, X3 and X4, which is clean, crunchy, a chorus and then a lead, and like I say, that's button 2, 3, 4, 5 on the Airstep there. I've also chucked on a little volume pedal, and I'm controlling the amp level out from that. So that actually controls this amp out. I'll just give it a wiggle. It's not much. I don't want it to be totally quiet. I just basically want to be able to kick it back slightly, and it reduced the output volume for quieter passages, etc. Okay, right. So let's have a quick look at the actual sound, shall we? Let me show you what I was doing then. So clean tone. I wasn't actually using this guitar, but I've just yeah, it's fine for demonstration purposes. So the clean tone, which was on button number 2, because on there, I'll insert some clips of me playing. I can't really play the show because of copyright and what have you, because I play covers. But I'll put something in. Yeah, so clean strats. So I played a Strat that night, so I just called it, just so I knew which one I was on anyway. Clean strats, yeah. Nothing special. And then on top of that, we have a little bit of a drive, which is just a little bit of hair, really. Yeah, that's just a little bit of hair. And then I can click the boost. And it just takes me up and over the top with the boost there. Which is just a 3 dB boost, just to push the level slightly. That's really it for that clean patch. I don't need much more than that on there. Yeah, so I think next patch is the crunch patch. So delay off, slightly more driven. Button number 3 on the pedal board there. You'll see it just changed to crunchy strats there. And that's for the rockier, that kind of thing. So I've got no delay. I've chuck a bit of delay on there. Again, I'll make all these patches available for you should you want them. They'll be in the Google Drive where I put the other ones. I'll chuck these in with today's date, which is 29th of Jan. So, okay, yeah, that's it for that one really. Again, I'm not using scenes, just using presets. It's pretty seamless, so I can go from over to the different patches. It's seamless and really quick, which is really useful. The fourth patch, button number 4 on the Airstep there, that is a chorusy type, just a jangly type thing for those softer passages really. You get the idea, just very simple chorusy patch. Not doing much with that at all, delay, reverb and chorus. Nothing to write home about. Final patch that I used that evening was the lead patch, and as you can imagine, that's a big lead tone really. With plenty of delay and what have you on there, you know. Okay, yeah, it's great. So yeah, they're the tones really I was using, and again, they're available. If you want them, you can take them. If you don't like them, I won't be offended at all. It just really works for what I do. So let's have a look at the clean patch then, a little bit more detail. So the clean patch. Okay, yeah, so let's just have a look what we use then. So at the moment the drive's off, but we'll start with the amp. AC20, which is the one of my favourite amps in the Fractal universe, I think, at the moment, this one. And that changes from time to time, so same as everybody else. Yeah, so the AC20, and it's just gain at 5, high cut 3.56, whatever, level to taste really, you know. Yeah, AC20, that's it. I think I did anything special with it. No, I didn't put any output compressor or anything like that on. There's nothing on that, as you can see. This is the basic stuff. The ideal I left as normal. I did say that the, as you can see, it goes from minus 6 dB to 8.5, minus 8.5, and that just gives me a little bit of headroom on the evening if I'm singing, which I do obviously, and then I can kick it back and I'm not fighting, so I'm not having to sing too loud over the top. Comes in useful occasionally. Amp boost, got that set at 3 dB. I think you can go all the way, yeah, you can go up to 4 with that. Keep it at 3. Yeah, just pull that in when I need it really. Songs like Sultans of Swing perhaps, you know, where I just want that little bit extra on that. It's the wrong guitar really, but you know, he wants that real pop type thing, and maybe turn the delay off on that as well anyway. But yeah, for that kind of thing, you know, Apache. That kind of thing where I really need it. Really need to push up over the top. That's with it off, so I didn't change anything else on that. I've not used the EQ, as you can see. Okay, just go back to basic then. The delay that I used on that was the analog stereo, very basic once again. Mix, just turn the mix down a little bit. Add it on quarter note, standard. Reverb, plate, I do like the plates. Let's turn that to left so you can hear that reverb. Quite a long reverb. Yeah, it works for what I'm doing, that does. And the drive, it's a clon right up front, hard, just a whisper on. And all it does is just wakes the front of that amp up a little bit, and that's what I like about the AC20. It's a great pedal platform, and it's definitely worth a look if you're on this ecosystem. You're probably already completely aware of it, but if you're coming into this, then check out the AC20, especially if you play this kind of stuff, because it's definitely worth its weight in gold, this one. As you can hear, that just gives it a little bit of just a little bit of hair there, you know, which is you know, sometimes needed on that clean sound. So that's the clean sound. Yeah, absolutely no worries with that one. We'll go to the crunch tone. So the crunch tone, again, we'll start with the amp. AC20 again. I think I use the same reverb. At this point, I've just raised things ever so slightly, bright switch on. It's a slightly different delay. I'm not sure why I did that, to be perfectly honest. I could have used the other one. It's probably just liked it in the moment, you know. A little bit of movement in the reverb there because I don't use the delay all the time on that. It's the same 3 dB boost if I want it, not using it. Cabinet standard, you know, nothing changed. I didn't show the cabinet on the first one, but it would have been just the Dyna cab that comes with it. Make no changes. Second cab, one with 12, one with a ribbon, one with a dynamic. This kind of sound, you get absolutely terrific amp. Can't say enough how good it is. I wouldn't have changed any of that because I'd left it in this mode. No EQ, obviously the cabs are there. And again, that's it really for that one. The drive on that is the clon, and it's just the basic clon settings that most people would gravitate to, I suppose, you know. So the chorus is the analog stereo. Surprise, it's being played into the AC20. So the chorus, so the amp is set up as you can see, it's exactly the same as my clean tone, so I would have just copied that over. No changes anywhere, bright switch on. The delay is the analog stereo, as before, maybe a bit more mix. Reverb is plate London, so all I've done is remove the drive really from the clean tone, and I've replaced it with the chorus. And I'm indifferent to. I'm a little bit. You know, I probably pressed the chorus button 2 or 3 times in the evening. I don't really use it that often, but when I want it there. Yep. And it's really for those chords, you know. It's just to give a bit of movement in it, but there's nothing special going on, I can assure you. That's just that one. Lead guitar. We'll start with the amp. AC20. So it's set up exactly how I normally have it. No EQ. Cab identical. Nothing special going on. A little bit noisier. And what I've done here, got a massive delay because I've put 2 drives on. So the delay is the digital stereo delay. And it's really big and delay-ish 80s style. And I've got the ratios slightly off, so it's quite it's an interesting movement because I actually use stereo live, so I do take advantage of those stereo effects. The first drive then Surprise, surprise, it's a clone. Just standard settings once again. All I've done is pulled the gain down a little bit to allow me. All I want that to do is to push this tube drive 5 knob, which I've left as standard, and it really all it does is just. And it really is for single note stuff, really, you know. You know, you can tell where I'm going with that particular sound I'm trying to get to. Yeah, right on my street that, and it's just pokey enough just to sit over everything. That's it really, folks. That's all I had. Yeah, so using the Airstep MIDI straight in out the Airstep into the AM4, I thought it worked really well. Yeah, so let's have a little chat about actual use, shall we? Okay, folks, so let's talk about actually using the kit and what I think of it. I suppose from the outset, the limitation of having 4 blocks could seem quite limiting. I didn't find that the case at all. In fact, it actually freed me up a little bit in a lot of ways. It kind of opened up me to just playing rather than thinking about, shall I put that phaser on, shall I put this on, shall I put the other thing? You know, it was quite simple. I've got 4 switches. I stomped on them, and if I wanted a bit more, I had a boost or a bit of hairy drive at the front on my clean, and that was it. I got my tap tempo there, got my volume pedal. That's all I need, you know, for what I do. These tones sat extremely well in the mix from day one. I mean, from day one, from the go. Unlike a lot of kit that I mess around with. This is my personal experience. I play with backing tracks. I'm a solo guitar vocalist, so perfect for me. It did the job perfect. I'm not saying I'll use it every week, but it's not going to be one of them that I chuck up on the shelf, for example. When we start talking about this kind of small form factor stuff, you know, you could argue that Kemper Player, similar price point, in fact very close price point. This one's fully loaded, so it's probably more than that bit of kit. I've gigged that once, and not that I don't like Kemper. I really enjoy some of the captures, but it didn't sit in the mix nearly as well as what this does. So, you know, that's worth considering. It's definitely always worth playing these things in context. I would highly recommend, if you can get your hands on one, to try it. And I know it's difficult with Fractal because of the way that they sell the units. They haven't really got distribution. They've just got G66 over here in Europe. But if you can get your hands on one, it's definitely worth a go. And they do offer quite generous returns policy as well. So if you do get one, I think these are around 750 quid, something like that. Just bear it in mind, if it's not for you, you can send it back, and the team over there are absolutely brilliant. The limited times I've had to speak to them, they've been great. So I can't recommend them enough. And while we're on that, this isn't sponsored by anyone at all. I'm not paid by anybody. These are just my opinions. I'm just a working guitarist. Yeah, so whatever I say, take it with a grain of salt, pinch of salt, whatever you want to do with it. I'm going to have to say it was an absolute pleasure to play it. I'll certainly play it again. I didn't feel limited. I think chucking the extra Airstep in there really did help. I think it maybe if I'd have been on the just the four buttons on the actual unit, it would have been a bit more. I'd have to think a little bit more about what my feet are doing, whereas it was a lot far easier to just put that pedal in for what they cost. And it doesn't have to be an Airstep, by the way. Any MIDI switch will do it. I'm not sure if it works over MIDI. I've not tried it. I suppose I could do that and come back to you on that. But yeah, I'm going to give it a good, well, I think it's at least a 9 out of 10. So drawbacks on it, I would say there is one thing, the actual screen management. You could do with a screen being able to see what presets are where, rather than having your effects blocks visible. It would be great if they could put up scene 1, scene, you know, so you can actually see what you put. So, for example, what's on channel 2 at the moment, what's on, you know, being able to modify the screen would be really, really useful. And I know that I've put that in as a request, I do believe, but we'll see. They are quite reactive, so that could be fixed, I suppose, quite easily. What I might do with this unit is, I mean, it fits on the pedalboard really well, but I might pair it with my HXFX. I think that would be a good pairing, which would give us the Fractal amps with the Line 6 effects. Really open this thing up. I'd stick it in the loop on the HX effects and maybe use the MIDI from that as well, you know, because it's got far more buttons. I can't remember how many buttons it's got on it, but it's got a lot more than that. Yeah, overall, I'm really, really happy with it, and I would recommend you giving it a whirl if it's something. If you're looking for this kind of thing, definitely worth giving it a whirl. Like I say, those minor niggles with the display didn't affect me on the night because I'm using 4 presets. I don't need that much information being shown to me. It's got a great app. It's far easier to. Oh, I say that I did have a little tweak on the evening. I think it was a volume thing, volume matching between the presets. Really easy. I know a lot of people say that Fractal stuff's not that easy to sort on the panels. I didn't find this difficult at all, and maybe that's just how my brain works. And it's sizably different, so we've not got a massive effects chain, and we've not got much navigation to do. But what I had to do was a bit of volume matching. Get most of it done in your studio, or you know, in your space at home, and then when you get there on the night, a little bit of EQ changes or a little bit of volume matching between your patches. There's nothing. It's so easy to do. So yeah, I'll probably leave it there, folks. I'm going to ask you once again, you know, if you do like this video, it'd be great to get a thumbs up and maybe a subscription. I'm trying to build this channel and really do appreciate spending your time with me. It's great to hear and have conversations with you as well in the comment section there. That's always nice to see. Some really nice comments on some of my videos, so I'll thank you for that. Somebody's asked for an update video on Line 6 Helix Stadium's showcase feature, which I will do, but I'm going to wait a little bit to do it, just because I can't actually show my unit at the moment in its current form due to some NDA stuff. That aside, I will do that for you. I've started loading things into Showcase, and I think it'll be maybe towards the end of February when I do that one, March time. It really does depend on Line 6, that does, I'm afraid. But yes, we will do it. I don't think there's much to talk about at the moment with what's been released publicly, so we'll just leave it at that for now. Yeah, keep your ears peeled for another video. I'm definitely going to be doing loads more stuff. I think I'm going to do like a budget challenge next. I'm going to take something like they've got the Vailton up there, and the Sonic Cake Pocket Master, and maybe even the Pocket Pod or something. I'll just do a bit of a rundown of those. I think that might be interesting. And I'll build this up with a different bit of kit in it as well, if you want. And then if you'd like to see that, see how it looks with the HX effects, and maybe get that controlling it MIDI-wise as well. Maybe you've got some gear already that you'd like to import. Let me know, because I've got plenty of stuff here, you know, where I can chuck stuff in. I can chuck stuff in the loops, or I can put pedals in front of it for you and see what that's like. Just let me know what you want, and I'd love to do it. I'd love to help you out. And yeah, like I say, keep this going, and I'll see you next time. Let's see if I can bang a tune out with these patches, and I'll just do a backing track and maybe I'll drop it in. Take care, folks, and I'll see you again next time. Thank you. Bye.